Well, welcome. Thanks everybody for being here. I'm Jan McCray. I'm the CEO of Esperanza Shelter. We are elated to have a representative, Teresa Fernandez, here with us today to talk about Virginia's law. And also we are announcing formally our strangulation forensic exam room. That'll be going in right back here. To offer domestic violence survivors, people who've experienced strangulation, a safe, free, and confidential place to go to get life-saving medical care. So we're super excited, and I think it fits hand in hand with people who have experienced sexual assault or human trafficking, both of which I have worked in for a number of years. So giving women more life-saving and life-changing options right here in northern New Mexico. Strangulation, just right quick, is the last warning shot prior to homicide. As everyone knows, the country is under-resourced for domestic violence funding, and really using the funds that we do have to focus to make the best and biggest impact for survivors throughout northern New Mexico. Please share all about Virginia's law for us.
Okay, so there's two, I think, bills that I'm carrying that are really important with regards to the work that we're doing, that you are all doing with Esperanza. And I have met with people who've, this is not my first time to Esperanza Shelter, I've come before, but one is Virginia's law. And I think Virginia's law is really important because what it does is it eliminates the statute of limitations, which is now 10 years for women or men to bring a lawsuit against somebody who has sexually assaulted them or who has trafficked them. And that's really important because it often takes time for a survivor to kind of get her footing, to overcome the trauma, to be in a place where they are willing to then bring a lawsuit. And what I keep saying is justice should not have an end date, right? And the abuser should not be able to use time as one of his weapons. 10 years, I'm clear, right? And so I think that Virginia's law is really important to that, and it's named Virginia because Virginia Giuffre is the one who said we need this. She said somebody who has been abused needs to be able to bring these cases on the time that makes sense for her. And I like when she said, it was so powerful, she said, I look forward to the day when perpetrators are subject to more shame than their victims. I look forward to that day when we protect the victims and not the abusers, and that we need
building a safer
this law.
future remains a vital goal.
And it would be a safer future. But the other legislation that I'm carrying is the Healing Partnerships for Survivors Act. Because we know that places like Esperanza Shelter need more resources. They need the kinds of resources that will allow them to decide where are the gaps. And that's what my Healing Partnerships for Survivors Act, which is endorsed by 30 organizations, it's a bipartisan bill in Congress, because we're not spending enough money to protect people who are in domestic violence situations. And the idea that you have to have a strangulation, think about that. You have to have a place for women who've been strangled to go and prove that they were almost killed. Think about that, let that sit in. Because without a place like this that can help prove it, that woman might not be able to receive the protection that she needs. I have talked to survivors who said that the judge didn't believe them. We need to start believing women, Right, we need to start believing when they say they've been abused, they've been trafficked, they've been assaulted. You know, and it's gotten better. But that's part of what the Epstein files tell us, is that we have not been believing women. And, but then we don't provide the resources, right? In 2020, and then the resources that have been provided in 2025, the Trump administration cut funding for the victims of sexual violence. A man who's been accused, who's been found guilty in a civil court, cut the funding for sexual assault victims. Congress and the courts have pushed back, and we have now fully funded those, but we still don't send enough funding. So my bill would send an extra $30 million to places like Esperanza Shelter. And because we need to remember that 50%, I think it's 50% of victims, women who died from homicide, have been killed by their husband or their domestic partner. 50%. And I've talked to some today, who describe that near death. I know people in my own family who've been shot at by an ex. And you have to say, it's gotta stop. And there's a lot of work we need to do to stop it. But until we could stop it, we need to protect the women. And so that's part of why I'm here today, and that's part of why I'm so impressed with what Esperanza Shelter has been doing for 50 years. For 50 years they've been at this. We talked earlier today about, you know, it would be nice for there to no longer be a need for Esperanza Shelter, but for all we need to get the laws to change. We need to get more funding in here, and we need to make sure that we also don't, like, we have enough funding so that everybody who's here, nobody leaves here and then becomes homeless. That everybody leaves here into a more stable housing situation. I need to do my part at the federal level to do that, and then we need to do our part at the state and local level to make sure that happens.
Thank you. You're amazing.
Oh, well, you're amazing too. And don't you love the color? Like, I mean, really, really. I mean, no, it's like Esperanza means hope, right? And everything about this place means hope. One of the survivors I spoke with said it's not just that we get some place to come to. It's not the bed. It's all the services you provide, right? Because how will somebody who's almost lost their lives know that what they need is also counseling, is trauma support, and not just for them, but for their children? Like, how would they know that? You guys just take them by the hand and say, here's a safe place, but let me tell you what else we're going to provide you.
And those services, all of our services are free and confidential, whether that's legal protection in the order of protection for courts, counseling for men, women, and children. Esperanza does serve everyone who's impacted by domestic violence, those who cause harm, so that they learn new tools to not cause harm, but also people of all walks of life, all socioeconomic backgrounds, all ethnicities, all races, everybody who's impacted. Esperanza is here as a free and confidential resource to help you and your family and really give hope. I am truly blessed and honored to be the kind of CEO and figurehead of this agency. But we have about 19 full-time staff who do this work day in and day out. And without them, Esperanza would not be able to give the hope to everybody who walks through our doors.
Questions?
Jen, can you maybe provide some more information about the strangulation room? Is that a name for something that is everywhere? Are there others in New Mexico? How will people access?
Sure. We are just kind of launching ours off. Esperanza was a founder of the Strangulation Task Force of Santa Fe. There is one other strangulation forensic exam room out in Grants. It has just opened within the last month or two. But what I found is I came to New Mexico and Santa Fe a couple years ago is strangulation really is, if somebody has been strangled, their likelihood of homicide by their intimate partner goes up 750% on the very first incident. It takes an average of 5 strangulations before the first call is made for help. So that after the first strangulation, there's no real scientific data out of Johns Hopkins University does that. We don't know what the likelihood of homicide is after 5 times. There's just not a lot of data around that at this point. But what I found out is these strangulation forensic exams are not really happening in New Mexico. And if a survivor does get the courage to go into the emergency room, they wait for hours, often with the DNA of their attacker on their bodies. They wait because they are not considered a risk for lethality. You know, if someone else with a higher medical need comes in, there isn't a place for child care. The number one reason women don't get a strangulation exam is because they are afraid to leave their children behind, because they've just experienced a near death. Most women who are strangled sincerely believed they were gonna die and leave their children without a parent. So really providing a safe, comfortable space. Another top reason somebody doesn't get a strangulation exam is the person who has caused that harm, their perpetrator. It may very well go on their insurance. I've lived in other places where they've said, okay, to get this exam, it's gonna be $2,000. How do you wanna pay for that? There's not a lot of folks who just have $2,000 available in a bank account, especially in today's economy and world. So our vision is to have free confidential services right here at Esperanza with transportation if needed, childcare if needed, so that these primarily women, but we would serve anyone. Children in the home of a strangled adult also have a high rate of strangulation as well. Pediatric strangulation brings its own unique challenges. So we want to be able to provide those services here. Emergency room staff are not trained in strangulation protocol and are not trained in identifying strangulation in pediatrics or geriatrics. So those are all specialized skills that we want to bring here to northern New Mexico.
Thanks.
When will it open?
I don't know. That depends. A lot of it will depend on funding. This isn't something that is incredibly inexpensive to operate or set up. The medical equipment is a few $100,000 to get what you need to get a forensic exam that could be entered into a court case in chain of evidence and custody should a survivor choose that path. At Esperanza, we absolutely support the survivor's decisions, whether they want to enter into the criminal justice or legal system or not. That would be their choice, and we would support their decision, whatever that may be, or should they decide to do it at a later date, we'll support them in that way. But a lot of that will come up to funding. This has to be fundraised for. We do have our first dedicated donor. So the sooner we can get the donations and get those in, the sooner we can get up and running.
And the idea is that you would have a doctor here?
Actually, it's a forensic nurse. They have different certifications, but we're looking for some forensic nurses that truly want to do this work. These exams can take anywhere from 4 to 6 hours to get everything properly documented in the follow-up care. So we want to find people in our community who are equally passionate about the work. So we are looking to fill that role on an on-call or as-needed basis as we continue to grow.
Jan, I'll just keep asking questions and pretend there's no one behind me. Has your clientele been impacted by all the reporting on the Epstein files? Is it having sort of reverberations here?
Just a question.
Yeah, I think it's hard to tell, to be really honest, because we're seeing some similar impacts around immigration. We are very careful on what we ask. And for sure, there will be an increase in call volume because people will recognize that they perhaps have been victimized in ways that they didn't expect, particularly around trafficking. Many human trafficking survivors don't realize they were trafficked for years later, 2, 3, 5 years later, because they thought they were in a relationship with the person who was in fact trafficking them in some way. So I think yes, but I think as time goes on, we'll have to see what the measurable effect is. Certainly New Mexico is in the spotlight with having Zorro Ranch here locally, but I think anytime those kind of domestic violence, human trafficking, sexual assault things occur, our call volume and requests for services go up.
So Liz Stein, who is an Epstein survivor, was one of my 2 guests at the State of the Union Day of events, and she was trafficked, and she described exactly that in one of her interviews, is I didn't understand that I was being trafficked until later on I saw, she says, it took me some years to get to that point, but that's why all of this attention I think is really important with regards to what it means and saying that it's not just what happened with Epstein and happened here in New Mexico and internationally. It's still happening, and that's I think the important piece to the dots to connect is it hasn't stopped. It's never stopped, and that the more awareness we bring to it, the more liability and accountability that are applied to those who engage in the sexual abuse, assault, and trafficking, that's how we stop it, right? So it's not, part of what we saw with Epstein is that the rich and powerful believed that they could get away with everything and anything because they were rich and powerful and inoculated from accountability. And that's what we're trying to change in the work that we're doing in DC and the work that we're trying to do here in New Mexico, is that it is not okay, and we will hold you liable civilly and criminally when we can. Now, New Mexico's AG is willing to do that. He said he's willing to do that. Clearly, Trump's Department of Justice is not willing to conduct the investigations to be able to do that. So one of the things that struck me as we were talking about these issues is this issue of making the connection and making what Esperanza is doing available to anybody who's out there. And the idea that you need to have a dedicated place to be able to prove this, it is so important, and that this is a place where you can come and nobody's going to ask you, how much money do you make? What is your immigration status? Those are not questions you get asked here. The questions are, what can we do to keep you safe, right? And what can we do to help you build your case if you choose to use it? Because some of the people aren't ready, right?
Some of them aren't ready, and then what we also know is it could increase their lethality moving forward on prosecuting a case with a victim being actively involved in their case could very well lead to their own homicide. So I can't make that decision for them, but I can support what that decision is for that person today, tomorrow, and beyond. and going back to the people who are abusers, I think just as a whole, whether it be which path, is these are your neighbors. These are the people teaching different classes, Little League, your kids' soccer, people that are in your religious community. There is no aspect of society that isn't impacted, and we are all think we're really good at identifying, oh, hey, I would know this person, I would recognize it, I would know this about my friend, but you don't. Abusers come in all shapes, sizes, and they're also so incredibly charming. They're so charming, that's how they lure women in.
Are there any other questions? We'll take one more. Well, okay, you did too. Did you have any? No.
Just one question is, what hurdles are you expecting? What hurdles have you seen with Virginia's law getting it through Congress?
So we just introduced Virginia's law, Senator Schumer and I. We are looking for our bipartisan sponsors. My Healing Partnerships for Survivors Act is bipartisan. We do know that President Trump does not want to see Virginia's law become law. And so we need some brave Republican sponsors to come forth and join us. And we do know that there are many Republicans who have been advocates against sexual violence. And so we are going to those and saying, will you step forward yet again? Senator Murkowski, you're on the Healing Partnership for Survivors Act with me. You've been a champion on these things. Will you join Senator Schumer in the House? We're going to the Republican Women's Caucus members and saying, you sat and listened to the survivors. As chair of the Democratic Women's Caucus, I held a listening session and we invited them. You've heard their voices. Now you need to step up and lend your name to this bill. So that's one of the things, is to we want it to be a bipartisan effort, but Trump does not want there to be a bipartisan effort addressing sexual violence and addressing the Epstein case.
And the other bill's been introduced? The funding bill has also been introduced?
Yeah, the Healing Partnerships for Survivors Act, on the House side, Senator Murkowski's carrying it and Fitzpatrick's carrying it with me on this House side.
Is it grant-based, or how does it work?
It'd be grant-based,
Okay.
and see, this is the other thing, is think about how little it is. $30 million. $30 million. We spend $30 million in 30 minutes of the war in Iran, right? We spend $30 million in the 30 minutes of Iran. I have to do the math on that. But that's basically it. If we're spending $1 billion a day. So these are issues about priorities. And I think that is really important, is that I think that we need to prioritize the safety of women in our communities and the safety of all the victims, because it isn't just women. And really the children. I mean, that's what's so beautiful about Esperanza Shelter, is they can accommodate the children and they keep the families safe. Right, the family safe. To think that, if an abuser is strangling, oftentimes the mother, that they might then put their hands around the neck of the little kid. We need to keep everybody safe. It is keeping everybody safe in that family, and we need to prioritize that. Thank you. I will go to you because I said.
That was very similar to my question.
Oh, great.
Thank
See, you just knew what the right question was.
Thank you so much.
Question. It's like, I want to ask some more now.
I am available anytime.
Yeah.